Hey, what's up, Sergeant Grass? How you doing, bud? Thanks for popping in, man. Appreciate it. You're okay? Good. Good. In the rough few days. Sorry to hear that, man. I hope it's all working out for you. There you go. Somehow I knew you were gonna be okay. Oops, that's got a big old dent in it. I don't want that one. Let's use this one. I was working on this shelf. Now that my epoxy and stuff actually cured for this, I'm going to work on this shelf some today. Maybe I can get it completed. Hey, Steph. Hey, no worries, Grass. You know how it is. Life is more important than YouTube. What up, Vike? How you doing, bud? Thanks for coming. Hell yeah, hit that like button. Don't be a nerd. Unless YouTube is your life, yeah, then I guess YouTube would be important, eh? But no, you're not, Beck. No, you're not. Oh, you're gonna pretend you're sorry. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to lop off some of those corners here. And I need to round over the left, right, and front. Fill in some little potholes. Hit it with a 220 sand. And then sand the sides of my shelving unit there. And then I can begin assembly. Well, I can get the holes drilled for assembly for putting dowel pins from the top down through to the uprights on the shelf. Hey, what's up, Steve? How you doing? Yeah, I know you're not. Hey, no problem, Trudge. Thanks for popping in, bud. Appreciate it. Alright, so I could probably just knock this out with the jigsaw. Or I could try to play with the bandsaw. I mean, I got the bandsaw. I might as well try to play with it, eh? And again, that is pretty big, so I'll use the jigsaw. I still didn't get my new fence for the bandsaw. The one that I had ordered previously was for a different model. That's what she said. She ain't never said that to me. I'll probably round that over a little better with the sander. You need a fence for your bandsaw too? Yeah, though I had ordered a really nice one, but it was for it was specifically for a grizzly bandsaw, and I didn't catch that. So I could have made it work for this one, but I would have had to drill holes for the mount, like through the mounts on the front and back, and I didn't want to do that. Of course you're not, Steph. Disappointing. Disappointing. Mark, what I'm doing is this is the top of that shelf. I had to dig out all of my epoxy that didn't cure and then redo it. So it's finally ready to go, so I can finish this up, get that shelf done, and be on the way. So all I'm doing is knocking off the front corners of the shelf, because this will be the top. And then I'm going to do the round over on the sides and the front. And then I got to hit it with another sand. I got to sand the uprights on the shelf. Again, the outsides and the front face. And then I can begin assembly. Oh, I have to fill in some little air bubbles here too. What's up, Matthew? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I went and picked up my lumber for my my furniture project. Should start, probably start that next week. And what I'll do is I'll end up going live, just kind of randomly, and because I'm not gonna take the time to try to turn it into a build video. That'll be way too much effort for what I'm interested in putting out. But we'll do it on multiple live streams, so that way, if you want to play with it, or you want to tell me that I'm stupid and doing it wrong, you can watch the video. Tell me in the comments. Hey Gustavo, how you doing, bud? Thanks for popping in. Alright, so I need to roll these corners over better with the sander. And then I can get the router out and do the round over. So, you guys will have to bear with me a minute while I make a bunch of noise. Today's going to be a little bit noisy. Yeah, I'll do streams when I'm stuck looking for ideas. Yeah, probably. All right. Hey, Ray and Sandy, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I have no idea. You're right. I don't know anything. I don't get paid to know things. Oh, let's see. Is that the one I want? No, probably not. Give me just a second. Let me grab a router bit. I think I want to do a nice heavy round over. Shop's a little bit of a mess here because I was digging around looking for something. So everything's kind of scattered all over the place. Too big. Yeah. Ugh. This doer. I'll put that better. So what's everybody working on tonight? Or today, this weekend? Hey, Wayne, how you doing, bud? Went outside and touched the grass. Nice. I could see a little bit of grass yesterday, and then it snowed. It's currently snowing. And it's super annoying, and I'm not happy about it. We have like 3 days of, well, it's Friday, Saturday, today, tomorrow. Supposed to be crappy weather and cold, and then Monday it'll be not lake effect, I don't think. Monday it'll be nice and fucking 50 degrees or some nonsense, because why not? Gotta give me a decent round over. Let's see how it looks on here. Moving into the new house? Nice, Wayne. Nice. 60s today, 30s the next 2 days. Well, at least you got 60 on a Saturday. Goodness. Let's see. Which way is this turn? I want to come from this way. Hey Nicole, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Columbus went from 55 to 36 in a day. Yeah, that's what we had too. We were nice and warm for a couple of days. Stuff started melting, the grass was showing up. And then yesterday the temp went from like mid 40s in the morning to snow in the evening, afternoon. And now we're down to the 20s or so. It is super annoying. I'm not mad at that, I don't think. Blow that off. So what are y'all working on? I want to jump into the pile, or jump in a pile of sawdust. There's bits of offcuts and stuff in there. You probably don't want to jump in that. Get the wood with the rounded edges, trim off those edges. I'm talking like construction lumber. Just get the simplest way would be a roundover bit on a router. That'd be the simplest way. You want all the sawdust? Listen, there's a bag there. The trash can's full. I got 2 bags sitting outside. And I think there might be 2 bags in the bed of my truck. No, there's not. There's the 2 bags that are outside because I had to get lumber today. She would notice the aqua anyway. Well, she'd notice them then later on when they started to hurt and she was picking splinters out of her butt. Alright, let's see if I can fill these little... Hey, John C., how you doing, buddy? You would need to trim the roundovers off, put them back on, rinse and repeat for the project you just came up with. Sounds like a lot of effort. I hope it's a good project. But half the job of a woodworker is cutting the edge off of wood and then putting a new edge on it. So, oh, so remember how last week I was talking about you got to get, or I was talking about I wanted to get my my planter boxes posted before people decided to corner the market on it, and then race to the bottom of the pricing. Yeah, that already happened. Same planter box, exact same box, like same design. Not as mine, but as you know, the typical 2-picket planter box or whatever. People are already posting them from $50 all the way down to $12. So, too late for that. I haven't seen your most recent video. I don't know if I got a notification for it. I'll have to go check it out. I mean, not right this second, but I had a hanger bar. Yeah. Well, my boxes are different. I don't really make a bunch out of boxes. So the people that want mine, they want better quality, I guess, or a better look than just a rough cedar fence picket. So, like I said, I might sell somewhere between 20 and 40 planter boxes in general in a year. They're not a big portion of my income, because I'm not interested in competing with people, and I don't post them very much. Most of those I get are from, you know, somebody who's already bought something from me, and they go, "Hey, can you do this? Can you make these? Is this something you do?" This year is going to be a different thing with the raised ones and the cooler box thing, but starting to run out of time to get those done. I need to get at least one set done so I can have a demo, and then I got to find some coolers. Later, Wayne. Hey, Turner, what's going on, buddy? Whoop. SMWC, what's going on? Thanks for coming, guys. Haven't touched your phone in hours. Well, that would be a first. Sorry, I gotta bust your balls a little bit, Turner. Alright. So back to 180. And 220. Miss T got you working? Nice. Way to go, Miss T. Somebody got to make that slacker do something. Have fun at your birthday party there, Turner. Don't eat too much cake. I'm going to plug my air compressor back in so it can fill up again. So I'm going to make an acid noise. There we go. Alright, so I need to make a couple of standoffs real quick because I can't find the ones that I had already made. It's a very simple process. Take a piece of wood and drive a nail in it. And then the nail becomes the standoff. What up, Coffee? How you doing, bud? So, six of them should be plenty. I can't complain, Coffee. Can't complain. It's cold. I don't like it. There ain't nothing I can do about it. Glad to see you got some orders going, though. That's awesome. Ugh. handy dandy little oscillating saw. We'll use this battery pack already out. What up, Cleveland? Hey, no problems, man. No problems. Thanks for popping in anyway. Appreciate it. There. 6 little standoffs. Wish it was warm enough for me to go fishing. Yeah, it's funny, when it's warm out, I go, I got time. I'll go fishing later. I got time. It's fine. And then it gets cold out, and I'm like, man, really wish I could go fishing right now. Weren't you just at the store? Yeah. Then BBC working out real good today, huh? Alright. Got distracted by what's on TV. Matthew, I don't know what the wind speed is here because I haven't checked, but I know it's blowing against this wall hard enough that it's coming through the door and moving that like blanket thing that I put over it. It's blowing that blanket around. So, and I can hear it hitting the shop. So I'm gonna say it's windy as hell, and I don't like it. But then again, I'm a grumpy old bastard, and I don't like a whole lot of things. All right, Steph, what's on your TV? Son of a biscuit. Some guys, but of course. Alright, so I suppose before I drill my holes in that and get my mount locations done, might as well finish my sanding up and do the sides of that real quick. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that, buddy. Oh. If I got any fingerprints anywhere that are gonna pop out and bite me when I put some finish on it. Alright, that should do that. I'll wipe this off then. Alright. I gotta get some more of these little sheets of paper. Yeah, you're not going to the store. Alright. Do-do. 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 So this will get a wax finish on the top, but first it's going to get a spray shellac. The shellac will act as a sealer. Yeah, somebody wants tacos. Somebody told me they were going to make me tacos. Somebody also told me they were going to make me a cake. Turned out that's not true. It's alright. I'm used to just building stuff for people for free. Well, that's unfortunate. That tip needs to be cleaned out. boots are on. Man, what is going on here? So it sprays upside down too, so I can't even clean it out. Awesome. Free. All right, Nicole, you have yourself a good night. Or a good day, or whatever. So, ignoring the excessively shiny spots that are still, because obviously it absorbed at different rates. You can see the shiny and not shiny. But it gives an idea of how it will look. Obviously it needs a couple more coats on there. I think it looks pretty good. Pretty sure Nicole just said that I'm really boring and she's going to bed. So I'll give that a few minutes to dry, and then I'll inspect it. I see I got to run here, like a heavy spot. Got a heavy spot there, and it looks like a heavy spot here. My little epoxy fills have bubbles inside of them because I thought that the edges were sealed. So it is what it is. I don't much care. I think it kind of looks like a pool of water. There's some bubbles in it, particularly this one. I think it looks alright. Wasn't what I was intending to happen, but you know, if the first one would have cured, well, then we wouldn't have it with bubbles in it. So, like I said, I'm going to give this a minute. Let all the heavy spots cure. I'm going to hit it with some 320, and then I'm going to spray it again. Ultimately, my goal is to get it all to the same level of shine. and then I know that it's not soaking in anywhere more so than other spots. And then I'll flip it and I'll seal the bottom. The bottom won't have to be sealed quite as well, but it does need to be sealed. So just a little bit tacky. It's sitting in the line of the heater, so it should dry pretty quick. Hey Runick, how you doing, bud? Thanks for popping in, man. Thanks, Matthew. I guess I should have, I got excited and I wanted to see what it looked like. What I should have done was I should have drilled my holes for my my pins. So maybe we'll do that before we get the next one, the next coat done. All right, let's see. Get some measurements here. 32 1/4 should be center to center. This I have an overhang a bit. 39. Oh. Oh. Perfect. Right there. Here. That's the back side of the shelf. It'll be against the wall. That's why I put my marks on it. Alright. Plus I want 1 inch overhang on the back. So 9 inches will be my max. I'll give me 1.5 inch overhang on the front. So if I go two, 4, 6. I'm going to put a 3/8 inch poplar dowel in it because why not? What's up, Zyro? How you doing? Floating shelf? No, it's going to be the top of the cherry shelf. Finally I got all the old epoxy out of it that didn't set for whatever reason, and knocking over my phone. And I got ahead of myself and sprayed it with a light coat of shellac just to get an idea what it looks like. Excuse me. So I'm going to attach it to the shelf base with dowel pins. I have some purple poplar dowels over here. Right there. Got quite a bit of purple on it actually. So that's what's going to hold it to the base, and they'll probably go, I don't know, they'll probably go in about 1 inch or so into the uprights. We will see. But right now, I got to get the holes drilled in that so that I can finish the sand. This is probably something I should do on the drill press, but I don't want to. Nice. Very minor tear out on the back. And by very minor, I mean it's something that is almost non-existent. But I do have to sand the top again real quick. Perfect. All right. You guys are going to have to bear with me for a moment while I get this set up. I'm not going to do it up on the table because I don't need it to be 10 feet above me. Alright, I need this to be an inch. I have. Okay. So we'll get there. There. Beautiful. I don't know why I put these back over here. I needed these. I have to sand this again. And then put on its last coat, or another coat. I have to flip that and put a coat on it because I need to spray the bottom side of it first. Yeah, I think it'll look really nice, Matthew. I think purple Bob would. I thought about staining the cherry a darker cherry, just because it is going to be in a room, and so it's not going to. It'll slowly darken over time, but it's not going to be as drastic as it would. And anything that's sitting on it's going to slow down that oxidation process. But I just couldn't bring myself to stain it. Well, I should have thought about that for a minute. I'll have to run some sandpaper over these two spots here. I should have ran a strip of tape across it, but it's okay. It'll be all right. Now, as I was saying, I'm only sealing the bottom so that it helps prevent it from absorbing and losing moisture. So it's not going to be a nice high gloss shine. It doesn't have to be super fancy. It just has to be sealed. How far do I want that to go in? That'll probably be plenty. Hey kid, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming in, man. And I do have 3 different doweling jigs over here. They're super simple to use. I really don't know why I'm not using one, but it would have taken more time to set up the doweling jigs than to do that, I suppose. But I wouldn't have run the risk of running them in sideways and blowing out the side of my uprights. But on the other hand, these uprights they're an inch thick, so you'd have to be really angled to get that to mess up. Alright, so now, aside from a little sanding and some beating stuff in with a hammer, be alright. Stand the man. I've messed up my fair share of stuff. Don't worry. Alright, this is the dowel that I sanded down a little bit so I can use it as a placeholder. So I need to keep that separate. Now, if I find out what I did with that purple poplar dowel that I had, there it is. So this should, nice and tight. I mean, this is the bottom side, but we'll see what it looks like on the other side. Those fit nice and tight. They're a little looser into the uprights, which is nice because then they'll hold the glue. And if they are a little off, it'll give me a little bit of wiggle room. The live was very short. I didn't even know you went live. Hey Carpenter, how you doing, bud? Thanks for popping in, man. Appreciate you. Alright. I'm going to hit the bottom of this with one more coat. And I'm not even going to bother sanding it in between coats because it is the bottom. It really doesn't matter. And then I'm going to sand a strip right here just by hand so that I have a glue surface. There, I'll let that dry. Unless it was from the live last night showing your knife collection. I didn't even know you went live, Matthew. Right, so I'm subscribed to you on both channels, I'm pretty sure. All right. So like I said, we're going to give this a minute to dry so that I can flip it over. Well, I'll need to sand the strip out here where these mounting holes are. So that way I can have a glue surface. Because even though it's edge grain or face grain to end grain, some glue connection there is going to be better than none. So then I think what I'm going to do for, so we're gonna shellac both sides of this, right? I'm going to get a good coat on the other side, on the face. Get that sanded down good. That's going to get a hard wax finish on the face, the top, and the three edges, right? The left, the front, and the right. Threw me a shout out about your display kit. You don't even have it yet. Man. Appreciate it, though. The nice thing about shellac is it really doesn't take that long to dry or cure or whatever you want to call it. Just takes a couple of minutes for it to go away, especially if you don't have any heavy spots. Obviously, heavy spots will take a little bit longer. Like I got a little heavy spot here, I got a couple down the side here, and I had a heavy spot right here. But it shouldn't take all that long. Ugh. Especially sitting in the blower from the heat. That'll definitely accelerate its curing a little bit. Better be a root beer? Absolutely. Yeah, this is the top. I mean, this is the bottom of the top, but yes, this will be the top piece. But I think I'm going to just shellac the cherry. Because shellac doesn't block any kind of UV reaction. So I think I'll just spray it with some shellac. And I mean, I could poly it. I could polyurethane it. It'll take longer to dry, but it'll give it more protection. Hey, Dutchmans, how you doing? Thanks for popping in, man. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I shellac the cherry base or should I polyurethane it for the protection? The top will get a hard wax, so that'll be fine. Well, it'll get a finish wax. Poly? It's probably not a bad idea, to be honest. Shellac really does offer minimal protection. It does seal really well, but oh, let's see. poly do I have out here? There's a warm satin. That'll be nice. Got a bunch of poly in my house. Poly's a bit more involved, but it'll be all right. It does offer a lot better protection, so. Take you guys over here. You get to look at my back corner here. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I could shellac it. I think I can poly over top of shellac. So I could get the best of both worlds. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll, well, I don't know if this is de-waxed or not. It doesn't say. If it's not de-waxed, then the poly will just beat up. Yeah, I don't have any lacquer here. Well, I do. I do have some spray lacquer, but I don't have enough to do the whole thing. Nah, poly it is. Alright, this looks like she's about here. Let me finger it up a little bit. Yep, a little bit of a sticky spot there. So we'll let that sit for a minute. It's a little sticky right here yet. But everything else is good. So once this area is no longer sticky, I'll sand out my mating portion, and then I should be able to flip it over, spray it, move it. Well, I don't even have to move it. I'll just leave it because it doesn't take long at all to cure, so it's not worth moving. And I'll just spray the base then when I'm done with the top. You know what? Maybe I'll give this a shot and see if this is de-waxed. Got enough scrap laying around here. Oh, we'll spray this here piece of cedar. Alright, so I'll let that sit. By the time I'm done with the top here, that should be cured, which means I should be able to spray it with the poly and see if it's going to fish eye like crazy. If it does, that means it's not de-waxed shellac. And better to find out on a test piece than on this. Yeah. All right, that's not sticky anymore. not cured yet either, but it's not sticky. Go. All right. All right, I gotta hit that with a light sand again. Yes, I'm putting this on a little heavy. Trying to get these spots to quit absorbing stuff. It's like all of these curly spots here are soaking it right in. So if I can get it to just seal over and quit sucking it down, I should be a step ahead. The normal cure time on what? On shellac? Fully cured? Man, it's usually fully cured in like 2 hours. Let's see, what do the instructions say? 1 hour. There we go. I think that worked out way better, putting a heavy coat on. Now I have almost the same sheen across, so I should be able to do one more sand and coat. Actually, I probably don't even need to coat it again. I'll hit it with a light sand because it's going to get waxed. So. All right, let's move this somewhere else so I can work on the base. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I dropped another one of those. Where'd it go before I step on it? There it is. Alright, let's see. Did that dry up? Sure did. Let us see what if this is de-waxed or not. Sure looks like it's de-waxed. Oh. You guys get that. I'll put you guys back here so you can see what I'm doing. So, kid, no fishing today? those of you who weren't here earlier, I should be starting on my furniture build here probably next week. So I'm just going to randomly go live and annoy you guys. You know what? I'm just going to go with the poly. I'm not going to shellac it first. Come on. That bastard. It helps that point that the right direction. This way. Now that heater's annoying. I'm blowing my stuff away. see any runs anywhere. That's a good thing. Let this sit for a few minutes. We'll spray it again. Yeah, it is looking a little woody, isn't it? Does make it look nice and cherry-ish, eh? And my top will get hit with the sander once this is done now. My top over here will get hit with the sander once again, cleaned off, and then I will assemble it, and I'll wax it once it's assembled. Good afternoon, Mac. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. Well, I got a crackle door here. Got to let all my heat out. Don't forget to hydrate. You're right. It's a good thing I got a crappy man koozie. What time do I have? About 4. Not looking so shabby right now. $4 p.m. Yeah. 4:15. I know it's backwards for you, but use your imagination. Here in a little bit, I will spray it again. And that should be it. This finish won't ever get glossy. This is a warm satin, so just pretty much as you see it, that's what it'll be. So I'll do assembly, and then. Well, I guess before I do assembly, I should flip it over, spray the bottom. Then I'll do assembly. And then I'll start waxing the top. Yeah, the top finally cured. It was cured up yesterday, actually. I had to dig out all the old epoxy. I had to dig it all out. Either there was something wrong with it, or I mixed it wrong. So I had to dig it all out. Now I got a bunch of little air bubbles in it, but it is what it is. I think the air bubbles are actually from the wood, just pushing out through. Because I didn't do a thin coat to seal the edges of it. I didn't expect there to be that much air. And the epoxy that I used was really thick, so it didn't really work its way up. Yeah, heat guns pop the bubbles on the top. No, it doesn't work after the cure. After the cure, it's done. And the heat gun will only pop the bubbles that are on the surface. These are bubbles that worked their way up out of the wood as it was curing. Here, I can show you. Yeah. This is deceiving. They're not really on the surface. They're down in there. Ignore that white spot. That's probably old epoxy. But it is what it is. This one's really bad. Again, they're not on the surface, but the epoxy is so clear. It's like just below the surface. So. Right? I think it turned out kind of nifty. It looks like some sort of an aquarium feature. Yeah, well. Yeah, degassing epoxy is the better way to go, but when you're doing it with a cup of epoxy, you know, probably should do things the right way, I guess. Also, I should have thinned the epoxy out. If I had thinned it out a little bit and coated the inside of the hole, then the air couldn't have come through. But I would have coated it and let it cure. But I still had sticky shit in there. So. Yep, live and learn. It's alright. When I do big epoxy stuff, I don't get that kind of shit going on. But I'm also not trying, usually I'm not trying to do a crystal clear pour. It's usually some sort of a color. Alright, let's turn this. Do another coat here. Shit smells. It's also blowing right into my face. broke my lid. Chucked it somewhere. There it is. Ugh. Stuff from Barlow's. Hey, Crazy, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming in, man. Mark, pee, 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 pee. Alright, that should be enough for that. Once that cures enough that I can move it, I will, once I can touch it without my hands sticking to it and leaving fingerprints all over it, I will relocate it to somewhere else so that I can assemble. I need a shorter assembly table. I mean, I have a table over there, but the laser's currently on it. It's real convenient because it's at a nice height, but it is what it is. I think today, after I get done with my live, I think I'm going to start cleaning up some of that sawdust over there, picking out the scraps. Because I probably got a contractor bag full of sawdust sitting there. Doesn't need to be there. Runic, what are you working on lately? You get warm enough that you can fire up the forge? Vacuum? Yeah, I'm gonna hook up the shop vac to the to my little dust bin thing. Painting and birdhouses. There you go. But yeah, I'm gonna hook up the shop vac to my little dust separator over there and just start going to town on it. That pile, just shovel it up. Yeah, so I separate out my sawdust from my scrap because I send the sawdust up to the farm. And they're not too keen on having chunks of wood in it. Crazy, I do have a dust collector, but it's not out here. That'll be in the spring when I set up my dust collection. Hence the mess everywhere. Tell them it's kindling. Yeah. Sounds like somebody's here. Better go see who it is. I did not. I haven't gotten any notifications. I haven't got a single notification, so I have to actually go through all your guys' channels. Give me just a minute. It sounds like somebody's at my house. All right. Not here, so it must have been somebody next door, I guess. Although I did get mail family the other day. Yesterday. The mail lady couldn't cry that it was cold because she had somebody following her with a clipboard. Thought that was funny. Yeah, unless it's bills or junk. That seems to be the only thing I get in the mail anymore. People want money from me, or people want money from me, and they don't want to give me anything for it. Chartreuse barred hackle, variegated chartreuse, black snail body. God damn, that's a lot of chartreuse. Well, it's about time, Steph. Did you get lost in the store, or? That's a lot of chartreuse, but I mean, green works. Got sober in the store. Two-tone, not two-ton. Still see this is a little wet over here because it's shinier than over here. So I'm gonna leave it sit for a few more minutes. I mean, fish love chartreuse too. Two-ton jig head for when you want to anchor an aircraft carrier, right? Just paint the top of the anchor chartreuse and see what'll bite it. Yeah, it's an awful lot like waiting for paint to dry. Now, once I build my proper assembly table, it'll be much larger than this. And I'll be able to do multiple things at the same time. So my new assembly table, while we're waiting on this, I'll show you guys a way that I'm going to do it, right? So let's pretend that I've got a 4x8 sheet of 3/4 inch melamine, right? 3/4 of an inch to an inch, right? So that'll be my tabletop, right? It'll be 4 feet wide. I'm in a small shop. I don't need it to be 4 feet wide all the time. In fact, I very rarely need it to be 4 feet wide. So you build a 2-foot wide base and cut that sheet so that it sits down. You hinge it so it sits down behind it against the wall, because my table's going to be mobile. So it'll sit down in there, right? And then you can be able to pick it up, swing out arms to hold it with some, wheels on it. The biggest issue that I'm going to have is making sure it sits flat and doesn't, droop. But maybe make more and sell them. I mean, maybe. I don't know a whole lot of people who want to buy an assembly table. I mean, obviously, I'm going to have storage underneath it, as I need to. But, Jimmy, that's creepy. But, that's my idea, right? So, hinge it. Have a 2-foot wide assembly table when I only need that. And it's tucked in out of the way. And, yeah, don't put it on YouTube. And then when I do need the extra space, I can hinge it up and what the fuck? You're such a nerd. God damn. People have anything better to do with your life than come onto random YouTube channels and be stupid? Yeah, I didn't think so. I knew it was stupid as soon as I asked. Matthew? No idea. Just some weirdo. Nothing better to do with his weekend. That is what happens when you ain't got no bitches. You get on YouTube at 4:30 at night or in the afternoon and say random shit to people. Sorry. The rest of us all got women. It's different. Yeah, we're all stupid at some point. Please stop crying. Is that what you said to your last date, Jimmy? I resemble that remark. Jimmy, I appreciate you boosting the algorithm here. Thanks, buddy. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Chloroform working good. That's how you get them dates. Gates. Hey, Burnell, how you doing, buddy? There. I think I can move this. Can't afford cuffs. Rope is easy to get. I don't want to search your name. I'm on enough watch lists. Thanks for hanging out, Jimmy. Appreciate it. Sorry you have such a hard time getting dates, though. Law and order. You call me princess? He did. What a dick. I'll miss you, sweet cheeks. Oh, I put my sander away and I need it. I need to hit this, smooth it out so that I can polish it up with some wax. Oh, I need that tape. Joke didn't leave. I don't think you're going to find anybody you can tie up in this chat. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Mark might be into it. But, yeah, that's... MVP and Brian. Mark's built up a tolerance to chloroform. Turner. No, you don't even feed me brownies. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, Jimmy. Appreciate it, buddy. Alright, where's my paper towel? Hanging out the back of you. What the fuck? I don't even have troll energy. What happens with the cake after the tacos? Well, you either eat it or you wear it. Either way seems enjoyable. Alright. Should probably get the wax out so it can start to warm up a little bit. Alright, I need to be lonely at loseronly.com. Oh man. I had a dowling jig or dowel rod around here somewhere. Ah, found it. Fucking Alan. Hey buddy, how you doing? Oh man. Oh man, my pliers are rusty. I could probably just tap this through. Nah, that doesn't do it. I don't know, Jimmy. You started it. Seems like you should reap what you sow. He just spoke. Oh my. Where's grass at? Calm down there, Jimmy. You were fun at first, but like most of your dates say, rapidly losing interest. Alan. Hi, Mrs. R. Scooped up, slide across the back seat. Oh, son of a bitch. Alright. I need something to set this on the ground here. Those look like they'll work. Go. That'll line up good. All right, Jimmy. That's enough. Bye, Jimmy. At least he has one. God damn. All right. Yep. You guys can time people out whenever you want. I don't much care. But it is nice when they get to hang out and play a little bit. Though personal attacks seem to be... If the person ain't fighting back, then it seems to be a little pointless. I got glue stuck in here. There we go. Yeah, it's fun for a minute. There. Oh, I guess it would help if I opened it. I'm really hoping that the shellac on here stops this glue from adhering, so it's easy to clean off. I hope, anyway. Kind of did everything ass backwards on this, but it is what it is. Ow! Fucking nails. Yeah. Guys, I'm not sure, but I think it was my first troll. Must be hitting the big time. There we go. All right. Congrats on your first roll. Thanks. Still no wooden mallet. Back to whining and complaining. Yeah, I really should build a mallet. Well, there's what we're looking like so far. I mean, minus the pegs sticking out, but I gotta wait a little bit. I don't want to smear the glue around if it's not going to come right off. Although it does look like it doesn't stick very well. I'll probably have to give it another light. Well, I'm going to have to sand anyway. So it's kind of stupid of me to put on all the shellac, because I've got to sand the dowels down. Like I said, did everything ass backwards, but backwards or forwards, done is done. What's going on, Mac? How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm gonna get the oscillating tool here, and I'm gonna see about trimming that up. And I'm sure. But I have an old gift card laying around here somewhere, so I don't chew up the surface. But because I am so very well organized, I can't find it. So this will work. Alright. Now I get to sand all that shellac off that I put on there. Because did everything ass backwards. But it is what it is. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate you, buddy. No, that's not the proper way to sand. Wood glue. Yes, I know that creates a divot there. But I'm using 220, so hopefully the divot is minimal, if at all. Alright, let's see if I royally fuck this and have to restart it, or strip it back down, or if I can by. All right. All right, so far it doesn't look too bad. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you. I think it's I think it's gonna look. I think it looks really sharp. Now, once I get the shellac done, which I probably won't. I don't know if I'll have time to do it yet tonight, but I got to get a couple of coats of shellac back on it since I had to take those spots down to bare wood again. But and then I need it to cure so that I can wax it. But I'll give you guys a. So here's where we're at so far. Ignore those like ripple marks. Those are go away. Don't worry about that. Try to get it so the light's not just glinting off of it. So you can see where I sanded there. So I got to put a couple more coats there. This side's not so bad, but I can see the outline. But that's because the rest of it was sealed and this section wasn't. Those two sections got taken out. But I think it'll turn out, once I get the shine on it, I think it'll look really nice. I can't back up far enough. There we go. I don't think it'll be too bad for a 100 more coats and you'll be good? Yeah. Steph, what do you think? I do like the purple poplar though. Like I like the different patterns in it. Sorry for the glare at the moment, but you know, I've got shop lights. And it's not a smooth coat yet. I don't, but I do have a white scratch pad. Thanks, Bex. I'll take care of the rippling that's going on. That'll be fine once I get the. Oh, Steph is home unsupervised. Perfect. I do have. Usually, what I do is 320 between coats, but I just hand do it. But I'll get rid of that rippling. That won't be a problem, and then I'll get the wax on it, and it'll be a nice smooth coat. Or at least that's my hope. It'll also be ridiculously shiny because I like to buff my wax finish. So I'm sure you guys see it. I just put some here and here. Try to get another layer on those two spots. See if they even out a little bit. Because I really don't want to take the whole thing back down to bare wood, but because I did it ass backwards, this is where we're at. But these dowel pins turned out really nice in here. I should have turned this one a little more because the grain goes kind of at a 45 to the grain of the board. This one is across the grain. It's a little annoying, but the coloring doesn't look too bad. And it holds, so at least for the moment, which is the important bit. I do have to clean up this edge. Looks like I got some fine dust in there, so I'll wet a rag and wipe it. That's what counts, everything holding. Yeah. I gotta be honest, I wasn't too sure about just pins straight through the top, but usually when I do that, I'll split the pin and I'll nail in a wedge. I'll hammer in a wedge and be that way it takes the top of that and opens it up, wedges it in there real good. But we'll see. Oh, that's some. I must have sanded down into some of these little bubbles here that were close to the surface. I got some sanding dust in there. Should end up making a taco cake. Yeah, I'm not gonna be redoing it. It is what it is right now. All I'm gonna do anymore is finish the top. Because I want the top to be shiny and even. So, and shiny will come from my finish, my paste wax. Which I gotta figure out what the hell's in this stuff so I can add some more to it. It's not as good as Johnson's finish wax, but paste wax, but it does do a pretty good job of polishing up. Yeah, what I do need to get some maroon pads though. I got the white, but they're I don't know what white is. It's got to be. Christ, does it even have a grit? It's got to be like rubbing a sheet of paper over it. It's got, I don't know. I know I've got some 2, 3, 4,000 grit paper around here somewhere. Probably in the toolbox right there. But in fact, the white pad is what I generally use to apply my finish wax, my paste wax. By the way, Matthew, I picked up the glass yesterday. My order came in. So 12 to 1,500. Brown paper is like 5,000. God dang. So anytime I need a really polished surface, I'll just grab a paper bag. Hey STL, how you doing, bud? Thanks for popping in, man. So I guess that being it's, 1,500, 12 to 1,500 grit. I guess that's why it works so well applying wax to it. Plus the wax kind of like sits inside, so you get a smoother, it lays down better. Still a little bit tacky. Just there where I put the stuff down. Yeah, Matthew. Yeah, I don't want to break this piece because this is this one I had to order because I didn't have any more in stock. My local, well, hell, I got it from Lowe's. They don't tend to stock glass anymore. They stock plexiglass, and I hate plexiglass. It scratches too much. The first time you go to clean it, now it's fucked. But I did find that I have a glass shop, or not a glass shop. But I have a shop up the road here, just in town here, that I had no idea about. They deal in glass. And they can get me nice, thick, tempered glass even. Yeah. Lexan's better but expensive, right? Yeah, I had to order it and it took... Christ, what did it take? It took like 2 or 3 weeks to get it in. And they got one piece. The one piece I ordered. They did not get any for the store. One single sheet of glass. So this area here looks a lot better. This area looks a lot better. so far. So maybe I'll be able to hit this with the sander once it's dried up and even it all out, and it might be good then. Because I'm gonna hit it with the 220 again to start. See where I need to be. And then I'll do another coat and hit it with the 320. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, I don't know why it took so long. It was a small piece of glass. It wasn't like I needed a skyscraper window or something. But just in case it does break, I found on Marketplace a bunch of free like end tables and stuff, and they're the end tables that had a glass insert in the top of it. So I went and picked up a whole bunch of them, took the glass out, and all the end tables are currently sitting in my basement waiting for spring so they can go on the burn pile, because they're all like junk wood. They're garbage. They're not worth anything. There's not even enough wood there that I make like templates and stuff out of. It's garbage. Yeah, must have used snail mail, right? Or they kept breaking it, maybe. Maybe it kept coming in broken and they just kept ordering a new piece. I don't know. I know I'm not ordering glass from them again. So, worst case, I will, I'll cut that. It's thicker glass, but if it's not tempered, I should be able to cut it. If it's tempered, it'll just shatter. I think I'm going to try to cut a piece just to see, because I don't want to hold on to it if it's not useful. Like, the only reason I got it is so I can, the only reason I picked it up is so I can cut it down to a usable size and not a fucking giant octagon. And then the coffee table was nice because it's got like a 3-foot long piece of glass in it. But it's crazy, 1/4 inch thick. Yeah. I'll probably try to cut a piece and see what happens. If it doesn't work out, I'll throw it in the trash barrel. Falling over. Alright, that's blowing on here. Yeah. Yeah, tempered glass is real nice. I don't know how they cut it, but it's apparently not with a little glass roller, I'm guessing. Like, the last time I tried to cut a piece of tempered glass, I scored it. Once I started scoring it, it shattered. So unless I did it wrong, I don't know, that's entirely possible. I'm not like a glass expert. I don't work with it very often. I just got to give this a few more minutes. It's still tacky enough that it's going to gum up my sandpaper. Yes, sir. Still am. How was fishing, buddy? I'll be hopping off here fairly quick. I don't think I'll get the wax done before I get off, but move you guys over here. Tilt that down. Crappie and Bass were on fire. Nice. Whole pane from a home department store shatter on you. That day. So, while cherry is my favorite wood of all time to work with, I gotta say the purple poplar has got to be a close second. I wish it was a harder wood, so that it was more usable for stuff. It can't take much of a beating. It dents pretty easily. Yeah, you got lucky there. All right, Matthew, that's cool. I'll be hopping off probably once I get the last coat of shellac on here. Like it still drags, but I actually probably could hit it with the sander, to be honest. Actually, you know what? I could probably do it now. Doesn't really look that bad. Fuck it, I'm gonna hit it now. We'll just see what happens, and then I'll hop off and let you guys go do your thing for the evening. Go hang out, watch Matthew for a little bit. Next. Alright. So while it's wet, I got a nice even, I don't really see where I sanded it out, so I will make sure that I take pictures of it and put it up on the community page and on my Facebook page, so that you guys can see how it turned out. I think that'll be my last coat of shellac. I'll hit that with some 320, or I think I might have some 400 or 500 grit paper in the drawer, just to even it out, and then it'll sit until I know it's fully cured, and then I'll wax it and polish it, because I do want it to have a mirror shine. So, but yeah, I think that's a sharp looking little shelf. I'm not mad at it. Although I know you guys are, it's like in the chat, but there you go. I'm not mad at it. I think that piece of wood for the top was worth the hassle of dealing with the epoxy issue that I had. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Alright. Well, guys, girls, peeps of all ages, I think it's 4:45 or 4:45. We've been up for 3.5 hours. That is way long enough. So I think the top will hold a small TV. Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll hold a TV just fine. So next week, if all things go according to plan, I will be starting a furniture build, and that'll probably last for 2 or 3 weeks. So that'll be my builds. Just every time I go live, I'll be working on that. I'll try to walk you guys through everything from milling and cutting to finish. But yeah, so that should start next week. I might actually start it. We may just start it Saturday. Yeah, Steph's gonna get a small TV, and it's gonna be the size of a room. But yeah, aside from that, I think we'll have a good time. My shop will be shut down for about 2 or 3 weeks till that project's done. So any orders will be pushed off to the end of that, and that way I don't have to move things around and rework tools. So, all right, guys, I think that'll do it. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me and watching me do this ass backwards. So, all right, guys, we'll catch y'all later. Thank you for coming, and have a good weekend.